just a quick note here. I have my granddaughter and family visiting, so it's been a real busy time, but it's kind of like, I gotta say something. They're out for a walk right now. We had, thunder and lightning rain last night that was just absolutely delightful. Tomorrow, Monday, the story, we're going to go right over to our chart because there's so much going on. When I looked at the chart for tomorrow, I just went, I haven't seen a version of planetary dancing together of this magnitude for probably years. Just a lot of stuff going on in one day. And if we look at it, we can see that we have our, this ongoing conjunction between the Sun and Mercury, right there at 26, 27, Mercury retrograde, by the way. You see the Moon over here at 25 degrees, which means early in the morning on Monday, the Moon will be at 27 degrees of Leo, the full moon in Aquarius, and it is exactly T-square to Uranus. So this particular full moon, super full moon, by the way, because it's close to the Earth, as close to the Earth, well, closer to the Earth than normal. So it's going to look bigger. And as with any full moon, that lunar sensation quality is going to be right there, asking you to, did you make a wise decision when you set things in motion at the Leo new moon 2 weeks ago? And since all squares have a tendency to bring tension into the equation, so here we have this square between Sun and Mercury, Uranus, and the Moon. And Uranus, there's always a bit of, what should we call it, unpredictability factor that comes into play when Uranus is in thing. And, it's not that Uranus is trying to upset the apple cart, so to speak. It's just that Uranus's function is to, attempt to awaken us to what is going on. And sometimes, the requirement of doing something that's just a little bit more erratic than what we're used to is the appropriate action that needs to transpire. So this full moon, yeah, things could be just a little bit edgy. And that's Monday we're talking about. Also on Monday, you will notice that Venus here at 17 degrees of Virgo squares Jupiter at 17 degrees of Gemini, dancing with Mars still, and opposed to Saturn retrograde over here at 17 degrees of Pisces. Another one of those T-squares, and the tension in this case is, Venus, how do we get along with each other in Virgo in an effective enough way that we can actually do something together? And then we have the Jupiter-Mars dance, which is in Gemini, saying, I'm feeling energetic and curious, and I don't want to hold back. There's a drive to this curiosity that, I just can't explain to you. Saturn in this thing, retrograde over here in Pisces, is saying, oh, hold on a minute. While you are in this process of, sensing that there might be some edginess that's at work here, what Saturn says, are you being practical? Are you really tuning into, and this, by the way, in Pisces, are you tuning into the deeper ramifications of what it is that I, as Saturn, want to teach you in this lesson process? Yeah. You're really curious and you got this drive and everything going, and you definitely want to include as many people as possible. And Saturn says, it's not just the people. I'm over in Pisces. I want to be making sure that you are including everybody, every living being in this celestial dance that we are participating in. Anyway, that's just all on Monday. That's how the week begins. And the things that you need to keep in mind are that Venus and Jupiter will last for a couple days. This Sun and new moon, that's going to be probably a little bit faster, but I'd give it a day or two. And it's, Mercury in retrograde in that square to Uranus. We think we know what we really want. Mercury's in retrograde, however. So clarity may not be the easiest thing to, put your finger on and say, that's it. That's what I'm going for. So, and that's Monday. The next thing we'll go to is on Thursday. Thursday, yes. What do we have? Oh, look at this. Venus in the square to Mars, which is one of those things we'd looked at on Monday because Mars was right there just at 19 degrees of Gemini. So this Venus-Mars square, how are we functioning when it comes to the energy that we're sharing with other people? And Mars in Gemini saying, I feel like I got to rock the boat. I got questions, and I've got this drive that says I want those questions answered. So I'm going to go to others and say, oh, by the way, what do you think of this? Well, Venus is in Virgo. And as such, because it's in Virgo, don't expect an answer to just leap off the page at you and say, this is it. Remember, we're still in Mercury retrograde cycle. Here's an opportunity for, patience. Take the time to listen for an answer. Don't expect it to leap right into your lap. No, this is a time for, being deliberate in that patient factor and making sure that you actually are engaging with the other in an appropriate fashion, which doesn't always necessarily mean it's going to be easy. After all, this is a square. So there's, some kind of a tension that's there at work. That's all I got for this week. I got to go now because the kids I can hear them coming up the driveway. And we will take this dance and get ready for, we got all kinds of beach time planned with our granddaughter and going out to the coast. Probably not tomorrow because the weather's going to be really, really, really wet out there. But on Tuesday, going out to Cape Flattery, out here on the northwest corner of Washington. Going to watch the waves crash in from the ocean against the rocks. Probably stop at a couple more beaches. She loves beaches. So many things to explore and throw into the water. Anyway, that's all I got for this week. Ciao for now.